may fit into your briefcase. Just
So
because
this is
increased power density means reduced size
it is
for the same sort
a
of
power device company.
What kind of applications would this be
They
useful for?
develop
So basically,
AC
this is
switch
a great piece of
for
technology to be used in
silicon
motor
carbide.
drives.
So this is a new device, AC switch
push and move
by
wherever you
using
need
silicon carbide.
to drive a machine, and maybe have the possibility to regenerate energy. A topology like this would be very helpful.
So if a customer were to say, well, what's in it for me? What's the use case for me of this?
So the first very visible thing is that this sort of converter needs less resources per kilowatt installed. It's so minute
So
that
we
you
need
integrate
a
the whole
small
power
space.
normally integrated in a cover.
So
to
high
now
power
situate
density,
it within the machine.
small space.
You need a lot of less
You can
space to
see
integrate it into your application, and you can think about new spaces to
Power
integrate the
density.
device. Spaces you would have not considered before power density became this.
Very small driver.
Is there any more information that we can have as consumers to inform ourselves about this new technology from Infineon?
Oh, well, yes, we have an excellent paper on the PCIM 2011. There is articles in Bolus Power to be printed in June this year. And
So
on demand,
Infineon
we may help you with the presentation
silicon
on the topic
carbide,
as well.
AC switch.
So in a nutshell, what would you say to the customers now about this new technology from Infineon?
Power electronic is developing rapidly, and you have to think about topology and the use of the new technologies.
New technology.
It's not good to stay in the drawer that you used to work off. You have to see beyond the fence, beyond the horizon, what's coming up next, and how can I benefit from it. And size reduction, resource reduction, we're coming with power density increase
Power
will be a
density.
topic in future. You're welcome.
Okay, so this is new device we call silicon carbide AC switch.
Well, thanks for joining us.
And then we will see a demo of matrix converter. This is a real matrix converter, and you can see the scope to watch the voltage and the current. So this is a new device. It is a small size than traditional inverter. So compare the large one and the small one. So you can see the waveform, the voltage waveform, and the current waveform. So voltage waveform and the current waveform. So both of them are sinusoid, not pure sinusoid, but near sinusoid. So you can see unity power factor. The current and the voltage are in phase. Now regeneration, the voltage and the current out of phase to do the regeneration. So you can see this is the voltage of the motor. Okay, so this is a demonstration of the real matrix converter. we discuss about the key issue of the current computation. Because this is quite complicated, so I will use the blackboard to explain again. Because I explained one time and we watched the video today, and now I will use the blackboard to explain again to make sure everybody understand. Okay, so we know we have a matrix converter. So we have input and voltage. So this is VA, this is VB, this is VC. So we use character to represent input. So A, B, C, which means the input voltage. And we have output. We have output current. So we use small letter to show the output current. But in the real world, the current should be positive or negative. We don't know, right? Because it is AC. The voltage could be positive or negative. Now, what we want to explain is original. We have SAA turn on. But now, we want SAA turn off. SAA turn off. And then SBA turn on. So before SAA turn on, SBA turn off. So first SAA on, SBA off. Now we want to do the switching. So we off. We can change to SBA on, SAA off. This is on, off. Yeah, this is on, off. Okay, so understand? Before is SAA turn on. Now we want to change to turn off this switch and turn on this switch. So what can we do? You say we can use that time. We say SAA and then SBA. You say it is easy. We can turn off SAA and turn on SBA, right? If you turn off SAA, then turn on SBA, then overlap. Because this could be turned off, this could be turned on, then overlap, right? So you have to avoid overlap. If you overlap, then what happens? Short circuit. So you have to wait until SAA totally turn off. Then you can turn on SBA. So you have to wait. You have to delay maybe here to make sure SAA turn off. SAA off. Then you can turn on SBA. This is fundamental idea. But if you turn on SAA, then what happens? If you turn off SAA, then this turn off. And then you turn on SPA, but you wait a few microseconds. Then we have 10 ampere here. So where can 10 ampere go? No way, right? No way. Then you can see our output 10 ampere. So immediately to 0 ampere because no test. Then you create LVISDT. Then you create a lot of spike. After this spike, maybe 200 volt, then you damage these two switches immediately, right? So what can you do? Anybody has any idea? So your advisor say, can you propose a new idea to make the spike become smaller? What can you do? You turn off A, and then you wait a few microseconds, then you turn on SPA. You say this is the only way. I have no way to do. Then in 1990, some student proposed new idea. They say we can do something. So what can we do? We have A phase. We have B phase. We want to transfer from A to B. So first, A turn off, then B turn on. Then we have switch. We have switch. Then we connect. We use two switch connect to IA. So we have IA. So the idea is like this. IA is 10 ampere. And then we want to change 10 ampere from A phase to B phase. So this is our purpose. So what is the switch? You say this is AC switch. What is AC switch? So you have to remove AC switch. You have to use real circuit to realize AC switch. AC switch need 2 diode and 2 IGBT. So you have to use diode here. You have to use IGBT here. So this one part. And you have to use IGBT here. You have to use diode here. And then you have a common ground here. So this is AC switch, right? We discussed before. So we can use this one to replace AC switch. So how about this? This is another AC switch. So another AC switch. Another AC switch, right? Now we use real switch to replace AC switch. So if you have current change direction, if current is 10 ampere, then you can go this way, right? If current is another way, what should you do? You have to choose this case, right? So do you think current direction is important? Very important. If you don't know current direction, you don't know anything. Then you cannot do anything, right? Otherwise, you make a mistake. You short circuit. So what is the first step? Check output current direction. So you have to check output current direction to make sure the output current is positive or negative. right? If it is positive, then you choose this one. If it is negative, you choose this one, right? For this one, if it is positive, then you choose this one. If it is negative, then you should choose this one. So do you think current direction, output current direction is important? Yes, very important. So you have to check the current direction. Then how about the next step? So now we want to use this to explain. So we can remove this one. So we have 4 steps. So we have SA1. SA1. Here. SA1. This is SA2. SA2. This is SB1. This is SB2. So we have 4 switches. So we use this to show 4 switch. So SA1. SA1 turn on here, but want to turn off here. So this is SA1. So I want to show you 4 steps. So SA1 turn on, and again turn off. Then we can see this one. And SA2 turn on. SA2, SA1, SA2. Then we have SB1. And we have SB2. So now we detect the current is positive this way. Sorry. The current is negative, so it should be this way. SA1, yeah, this way. So now we detect the current is negative. The current is negative. So IA is negative. If IA is negative, should you turn on SA1 or SA2? IA go this way. SA1, right? So you choose SA1. If SA1 turn on, it is okay. It is okay. How about if I turn on SA2? Do you think it is okay or not okay? Now I know the current goes this way. How about I turn on this one? It is useless, but can I turn on? I can turn on. Why? Because the diode should make the current turn off. So if I trigger it, is it okay? It is useless, but I can do it, right? So what can I do? I turn on SA1 and SA2. So I turn on 2 switches. But this is useless because I have diode. The diode will block this path. So okay, no problem. And then how about the next step? So we can go this way. So this is SA1, SA1 and SA2 both turn on. 2 turn on. Then after here, SA2, let me check. Okay, so SA1, SA2 turn on. Okay. Then after this time, I detect the current. The current become positive. So now, what happened? Before that, the current is positive, is negative. At the first step, the current is negative. So the current is minus 10 ampere. But now the current change to 10 ampere. So the current change to positive, change to this one, 10 ampere. If the current change to 10 ampere, should you turn on SA2 or shouldn't you turn on SA2? Because now current become positive. Then how about SA1? SA1 become useless, right? So you should turn on SA2. So here I already turned on SA2, but now the current change from minus 10 ampere to 10 ampere. So if the current changes from minus 10 ampere to 10 ampere, which means the current change to positive way. If the current change to positive way, then SA2 should be continually turned on, right? And the S1 should be turned off. So you can see SA1 turn off here. And the SA2 continue turn on. So SA2 continue turn on. So you can draw this line. So here, continue turn on. So now, what happened? We have this path. This path. Go this way. And go this way. SA2 turn off. SA2 turn on. Okay. And then SP1 and SP2, they still turn off. So they still turn off. So SP1, SP2 still turn off. So here, turn off. Turn off. Okay. And then to here, SP2 turn on. SP2 turn on. And see SP2. Because I know the current is positive. If the current is positive, can I turn on SP2? Yes or no? If you think yes, please raise your hand. If you think no, please raise your hand. Yes, right? Because you have current here. You have two switch. You have two switch. Can I turn on two switch? Yes, right? So this one, SP2, could be turned on. So SP2 on. And then how about SA2? Still on. SA2 on. So two switch turn on, right? If two switch turn on, then what happens? You have 10 ampere. This switch turn on, this switch turn on. What is the current? 5. What is the current? 5. So you reduce the current loading, right? Is it good? Yes, because EIDT becomes smaller later, right? So then 5 ampere, 5 ampere. So this one turn on, this one turn on. So you can see two switch turn on, two switch turn on. Okay. Then I want to change from A phase to B phase. I want to change A phase to B phase. If I want to change A phase to B phase, should I turn off SA2 or SP2? SA2. Because I need to change from A phase to B phase, right? So then we have to turn off SA2. So you can see SA2 turn off here. SA2 turn off here. And then SP2 continue turn on. So now, this turn off. This turn off. This turn off. So we already changed the current from A to B, right? Before it's A, then half become 5 ampere. Then this turn off, this become 10 ampere. So we change the current from A phase to B phase. But we have to smooth. Original is SA 10 ampere. Then become 5 ampere. Become 5 ampere. Then I turn off this become 10 ampere. So I smoothly change, right? So if you want to transfer your job, you work every day here. Then you know next week you will work in new company. Then this month you can work half time in A company, half time in B company. Then you can software transfer. It is better than you switch in 1 hour because everything is messy, right? So what is the general idea of software switching? If you want to change your job, then you work at A company for 10 years. You have a lot of document. You have to transfer your document to new state, right? And then you move to B company. You have many new jobs you have to learn. You become messy. So the company say you can work half time in A company, half time in B company. Then it is better for A company and B company. So now we use this idea. Original, we use this switch. And then before this switch turn off, this switch turn on, we say you can share half. And then you turn off this one, turn on this one. Then it totally transfer to B phase. Then finished. So you can see this is the general idea. So then how about SB1? SB1 is on here. It's on here. And SB2 is on here. So now we can see this is SA1 plus SA2, and this is, I have to say, this is SA2, and this is SA2 plus SP2. They share each other, and then I move to SP2. So software switching. So this is the general idea. So we have 4 steps. So if you have a car, you have gear. So if you put it in first gear, you can move to 30 kilometers per hour. Can you use first gear to hold pace? It is not good. Then you have to switch to second gear. Then you go to 6 kilometers per hour, right? If you meet a red line, then you stop. Next time you have to go to first gear, then next gear. Okay, this is the same idea. So this is 4 steps. So now I want to use the PPT to explain. I hope you can catch the idea. Okay, so this is full switch, and we have to change from this one to this one. So only 2 steps. step. You have SA and SB. So this is A switch turn on. This is B switch turn on. This is daytime, right? But what is the change from 10 ampere to 0 ampere? So it is too huge. Then what happened? We propose 4 steps. We change from 10 ampere to 5 ampere and 5 ampere to 0 ampere. So here A phase share 10 ampere. Here B phase share 10 ampere. And here between middle A and B both share 5 ampere. So we can move smoothly from 10 ampere to 5 ampere to turn off. Another is 0 ampere to 5 ampere to 10 ampere. So then we have a smooth communication. So we call this one 50% during the communication. They share half. And then they finish in 4 steps. So then we can make the spike smaller. So we call this is 4-step semi-soft current commutation. Okay, so this is the idea. So now I have one question. Can you propose a better one than this one? If you can, then you can graduate tomorrow, right? Because this is totally new idea. So what happened before A phase take care 10 ampere? Now we found this one is useless, so we only keep this one. So only SA2 take care 10 ampere. Then we hope A and B share half, right? So 5 ampere, 5 ampere. Then we turn off this one, then this becomes 10 ampere. So we move from A to B. And then we don't know next time the current could be changed. So we add another direction to make it available. So this is a general idea, 4-step communication. So if you keep the idea, then you can understand why they should do this. So you can see this is 4 steps. So you can see we have a time sequence. A1 and A2 share 10 ampere. Then A2 share 10 ampere. Then we can see B and A. Then A turn off and B change from 5 ampere to 10 ampere. So this is the current commutation. And because the turn on is quick, turn off is slow. So you can see turn on is quick, turn on is quick, turn off is slow. So this one will extend. If this one extend, then we can reduce 4 steps into 3 steps because turn on is faster than turn off. Okay, so we can reduce 4 steps to 3 steps. So we can get 3 steps. So do you think the communication time should be shorter or longer? As longer as possible or as shorter as possible? Shorter. So you can see the influence. If I take 2 microseconds. What is 2 microseconds? This time, 2 microseconds. Then what happened? I can get this current. So this is not good because you can see distortion, right? So if I can implement in a better way, I can show the daytime, then it becomes better. Oh, sorry, this is 6 microseconds. If I can make it become 2 microseconds, it is better. If I can make it become 0.1, then it is the best. But the problem is, it is impossible because 0.1 microsecond is very, very short. So it is impossible to finish in 0.1. Only simulation. In the real world, it is impossible. So this is ideal case. So first, we need to detect the current. So how can you detect the current? So you face the realization problem. How do you know the output current? You can use Hall sensor, Hall current sensor. If you use Hall current sensor, you need extra money, right? Maybe $2,000. So you use a current sensor. So you need cost. If I don't want to pay the cost, what can I do? Then I can use a small resistance, right? Because I can measure the voltage to replace current, so I can use small resistance. But what is the disadvantage of small resistance? It causes I square R, extra power loss. So we have I square R, power loss. If I use current sensor, no loss, no loss. Okay. What can we do? We don't need current sensor. We can use diode. We can measure the diode voltage. Then we know the current. So you can use back-to-back diode. Or you can design IC. You use the IC to learn the switch current. Then it is cheap. So we have two ways. Use diode or use internal switch. So we don't like the external Hall sensor because it is too expensive. So we use back to back and the internal switch. So how can you do this? So the method is very simple. So one student go back and sleep and think. He found if I go the upper way, then what is the diode? The diode is 1.2 volt, right? If I go this way, what is the IGBT? Drop 2.5. So if I measure the voltage drop, if I found it is 2.5 for S1, and it is 1.2 of the diode. But this is ground. This is diode, plus minus. This is ground. How can we call this voltage? Minus 1.2, right? Because this is ground. Then plus minus. What is this voltage? Minus 1.2, right? If you have this voltage, what is this voltage? Plus, minus. This is ground, so 2.5 plus and 1.2 minus. Then we know when to go this way, right? Because this is 2.5, this is minus 1.5, should go this way. Then we know the current is positive, okay? On the other hand, if current go this way, then they should flow these two, right? So we have plus minus 2.5. Then we have plus minus 1.2. So if we go this way, then we can see V1. V1 is diode 1.2. V2 is IGBT 2.5, right? And this is plus minus. So plus 2.5. This is plus minus, so we call this is minus 1.2. So you can detect the voltage. If it is 2.5 and the minus 1.2, the current is positive. If it is minus 1.2 and the plus 2.5, the current is negative. So can we measure the diode and the IGBT voltage drop to replace current? Yes. Then it is cheaper. So this is the another way. So we also can design integrated circuit to detect this current. Then we use IC to replace the Hall sensor. So it is another way. So if you do this research, what can you do? You have to think, how can I use a circuit to replace Hall sensor? Why? Because Hall sensor is expensive and it occupies space. If I can use circuit, it is smaller and it is better. So what can I do? So I detect the current. I can use IC. So you can see if the current is large than 0.6 milliampere, I think it is turned on. If the current is smaller than 0.2 ampere, then I think it is turned off. So I can use integrated circuit to detect the current. So some people, some companies, they are smart. They say, I can do everything in one chip. I can detect your direction and control your triggering in one IC. So do you like to buy this? Yes, it is very convenient, right? So they say I can design this chip. So I can detect the current, I can decide the trigger. So the whole package is one integrated circuit. So we detect the signal from the circuit, and we can determine the current is positive or the current is negative. So we have current detection unit to detect the current. After we detect the current, we know which switch should turn on, which switch should turn off. We have 4 steps, right? Then we can use gating signal to program the 4th step and trigger the gate. Then everything is finished in one chip. So what is the price? Maybe $100. Do you like to buy $100 chip, or do you like to buy $2,000 Hall sensor chip? So then this is smart. Then they apply for patent, and the people use this company, and the student can get PhD degree. He can get patent. He can get job. So do you like to do this? You say, oh, I can do this. Yes, you can. But you have to be the first one to think about this idea, right? This is a great idea. So some students, they propose this idea to make the detection and the trigger in one chip. So after we use this, we can get a very good current. So this is the current 30 ampere. So it is sinusoidal. It creates current position, but not too huge. So what is the switching frequency? 2 kilohertz. So the switching frequency is 2 kilohertz. 2 kilohertz. And this is the kind of, how about this voltage? So you can see the voltage. Do you think this is DC voltage? No, it is like this, right? So what is this voltage? So you have sinusoidal waveform. You have A phase, you have B phase, you have C phase. So the voltage is like this. You take A phase, B phase, C phase to peak value, right? Then you can see this is like this. And for the negative, you can see it is like this. So you can see for the positive like this. So now I want to ask you one question. If this is peak value, how about this one? How many percentage? How many percentage? This is peak value. How about this one? How many? 0.5, 50%. Because this one is 100%. This one is 50%. So if it is 50%, what does this mean? Means your worst case DC voltage is only 50%. If voltage become lower, is it a good thing or bad thing? Bad thing. Because you need huge DC link voltage for inverter. Then you can have a wide speed range. But now the DC voltage become 50%. Do you like this? No, this is disadvantage. So you can see clearly why it become 50%. Because you do not use capacitor. If you use capacitor, capacitor can charge to peak value. But now no capacitor, you draw to 50%. Then your available voltage is only 50%. Then your advisor asks you question, can you improve it? Anybody can improve it. I don't like 50%. I like this one, 100%. But you say it is impossible to become 100%. No, it is okay. I need 86%. I need a compromise, not 100%, not 50%. I need 86%. How can I do this? So anybody has any idea? Your advisor tell you, if you propose this idea, you can graduate tomorrow. So what is the idea? So one student go back and think, finally, he think we can inject third harmonics. So if you have a sine wave, then what can I do? I can inject harmonics like this. After I inject this one, then this becomes this one. Right? Then you can see before it is here, 50%. Now the minimum point become what? 86%. So I can inject third harmonics. Then I can reduce the peak, but I can enhance the side. Then we can move to 86.6%. What does this mean? We mean we increase voltage here, but we reduce voltage here. Then the average becomes smoother, right? And it becomes better. Then what happens? The student can graduate tomorrow. He get a PhD, he get a patent, he found a job. So do you like this? Can you propose this? Okay, so we can have a break for 10 minutes.